Hello. We are working on problem 5.4, the Apply Your Knowledge Coral Reefs problem. And what we're going to do is investigate sea surface temperature and growth of coral reefs. Part A asks us to use our calculator to find the mean and standard deviation of both the sea surface temperature x and the growth y, as well as the correlation between x and y. And then we're going to use these measures to find the equation of the least squares line for predicting y from x. The first thing that you want to do is enter your data. You press Stat, hit Enter for Edit, and enter your data into L1 and L2. Next, we're going to calculate our two variable statistics. So I press Stat, Calc. Two variable statistics is number 2. I already have my L1 and L2 preloaded, and I hit Enter. X bar is equal to 26.4667. We'll go ahead and go to 4 decimal places here. The standard deviation of x is equal to 0.2251. Y bar is equal to 0.86. And the standard deviation of y, we can't see, so we scroll down just a little bit. And remember, we're always using the S and not sigma because we are dividing by n minus 1. Now for R, we need to calculate our line of linear regression. So we go to Stat, Calc, and remember we use number 8 because we want slope to be B. Go ahead and enter down. We want to use L1 and L2. If the R does not show up on your screen, that means that you need to turn your diagnostics on. And the way in which you press your diagnostics on is to press 2nd and 0 for catalog, and then you need to scroll down a ways until you get diagnostics on and hit Enter twice to turn them on. So we've calculated our mean and standard deviation and the value for R. Now we need to calculate A and B. We start with B first. That's found by taking R times the standard deviation of y over the standard deviation of x. A is going to be found by taking the mean of y minus b times the mean of x. For b, we have negative 0.8111 times 0.0438 divided by 26.4667. I'm going to use my calculator to compute these values. Oops. We get negative 0.0013. A is equal to y bar minus b times x bar. So 0.86 minus a negative 0.0013 times, a little too many negatives in there, $26.4667, and we get 0.8944. The next thing that we do is calculate our linear regression using our calculator and verify that this works. Oop, I noticed that I have made a mistake here. I used the average of x bar and not the standard deviation. So that's going to change this value. 0.2251 is what we should be using. Which is negative 0.1578. So then I'll go up to this right here, make that same adjustment. That's the nice thing about being able to go up and down with Texas Instruments calculators. We get 5.036. 4. So now we'll press Stat, Calc. We'll run our linear regression again, just to verify our values. We have a little bit of a discrepancy because of the rounding, but that's okay. It says the result should agree. It does. So then we want to interpret what this value of the slope means, lastly. So the value is of the slope is one change in x for the slope change in y. I'm going to write that down. The slope of negative 0.1578 means that for every increase, and x is the sea surface temperature, so every increase in sea surface temperature and we talk about 1 unit, so of 1 degree Celsius, we expect a decrease so will result in an average of 0.1578 fewer, and then our y units are growth in centimeters. And that's of coral reef per year. And that's how you calculate your two variable statistics as well as your linear regression line.